And with that, good evening, Bobcat Nation, and welcome to another edition of the Bobcat Blitz Sports Update. I'm Sean Kirkpatrick, coming to you live once again here at the Preserve, where today we're going to continue our fall sports previews with Lady Bobcats cross-country team. We're also going to check in on our support groups. We like to highlight our support groups. This week we're going to show our support group with the NJROTC program. Always a great fan of our athletic department in terms of their support system. Guys, I want to thank you all for coming in here tonight. What a last couple days here. Craziness going on here. We only have 4 days this week. Guys, real quick on this, I did not post a schedule because I've been using the wonderful graphics that the athletic department has been sending out. They didn't send one out today, so I have not gone out there to look. I do know Lady Bobcat Volleyball is playing tonight. Wish them the best on that. And I'm not forgot where they're going. Gateway Charter. Excuse me. Going to Gateway Charter on that. Wish them the best tonight. So, real quick, we're not going to have Coach Gales on tonight. We'll catch him next Tuesday's episode. A lot of you, we got to give a lot of shout outs, of course, NJRTC as well. What a great home crowd. I was back in the press box for the first time since spring game, I believe. Wonderful crowd, wonderful energy. SGA did a great job. Band looked fantastic. They're out here right now getting ready for this Friday. That's right. We have a back-to-back home game. I didn't flash you guys with memes on cowbells because I think you got the message last week. Cowbell crew was there. The Bobcat Cowbell crew looking great. I think I counted 20 or so. Sounded wonderful. It's a Sarasota game. My alma mater. That's right. That's always a weird one. I got to call a game that I went to high school to. Of course, I want to see Northport win by 50 on that game, but that's going to be a 7:30 beach theme kickoff. That's right. Beach night for 7:30 kickoff taking on Sarasota. So can't wait to see that game. Want to have y'all come out here before we get going here. Big shout out to Beef O'Brady's of Northport. They were this game's press box dinner sponsor. Thank you very much on that. Sponsors, we're still looking for opportunities to help feed the football team, both JV and varsity home and away games. If you do, I will put you on our show, of course. Love to highlight our sponsors throughout the year. All right, so my first guest, boy, what a surprise for me to watch. Lady Bobcat cross country. I believe they got rained out the first time. Came out in Venice. I guess they were just ready to show someone how fast they can go. Coach Duque, are you there?
Yes, sir. Thank you,
All
Sean, for
right,
having
Coach
us.
Duque, one of our channel's favorite coaches. We love both your soccer efforts, your track and field. But today, right now, we are in the fall season. Cross country. Coach, congratulations. Another season already off to a great success already. What's been going on with your team so far?
Thank you, Sean. So, as you say, at Lemon Bay, we got rain out. So, and that day we were really ready for everything, including we have everybody there to run, including Malia. At Venice, we're still going with all we got. But that day, Malia had a soccer game. So, it was actually an opportunity for everybody else. And they did not disappoint. We got 1, 2, 3, which is almost a perfect meet. And the one, two,
Wow.
three, they're here present today. Lexi, Megan, and Ava, they went all out.
So you got the trifecta on your first real varsity contest.
Yes, sir.
How often does that happen? I don't think I've ever seen that before.
That's that's very difficult to get because everything has to line up. You need to have a perfect week. Just think about if, let's say, Malia was there, it will be 1, 2, 3, 4. That's how good they were.
Oh, that's a super
And it's
factor, yeah.
still our number 4 and 5 is still plays. They were 14 and 15. They got medal and
So
everything. So
your
it was
top
really good.
five were in the top 15. That's
Yes.
crazy.
Yes.
Yeah, congratulations. My goodness. Now, you had a preseason back at Port Charlotte. Did any of these young ladies who did great at Venice also compete at that preseason in Port Charlotte event?
Definitely, yes. They did exactly the same. They took the general podium and the age podium for two other categories. So it was Malia and Lexi, Megan, and Ava and the other podium. It was all the three podiums were taken by us.
Wow. So it sounds like you've got a heck of a team this year, Coach. Did you see this coming?
I was hoping for through the years, and it's finally coming together, and it's all because of them. They've been working really hard. It shows, and then the girls they want to come here, and they starting to come.
Now, I know we all know Malia is a senior. For those who are new to the show, we'll get her on later on in the year. She's been running now her fourth year for your varsity cross country team. How about the other three ladies on this camera here? Let's go ahead and introduce some of them real quick. Let's get to know them a little bit more because I can't wait to see this super team we have this year in a few weeks.
So we got Megan Taylor. She's a junior. She's our co-captain with Malia. She is. Her freshman season, she had to sit because she had an injury, but she
Mm.
came out for track, and then as a sophomore and junior now, she's awesome. And Lexi Wallner, she's coming back. She's a sophomore. She's right there. And Ava Bells, which is a super good, like a nice surprise to have. She's a freshman, and pretty much for us through the summer, she came out of nowhere, and here she is.
So senior, junior, sophomore, freshman. I think I saw Miss Cowart was on there as well. On that top 15,
Yes, yes, she was.
and
And
she's
we have another freshman in the top 15,
so
Lacey.
so two freshmen. Cowart, I think, is a junior or sophomore.
Yeah, junior right now.
Okay, so wow, look at that. So you're not only are you built for this year's success. Sounds like you got another year or two at least coming up when the seniors are gone.
Definitely yes, and the numbers too. Like we were used to a 9 through 11 numbers. Now we are at some point we're almost at 18 runners or so. So we have a full
Whoa,
varsity and a
coach,
full JV.
you've done. Oh, you have a full JV. All right.
Yes, when
Now,
they're
do
all
they have a
healthy, we
separate
have a
meet,
full
or they have the
JV.
same meet, just a different heat assignment?
Yes, so we
So
can
they,
run
they
both
go to the
games.
same events as the varsity. They just run a different heat section, kind of that kind of mentality. They don't have their own JV meet, do they?
Yes, and there is a lot of competition for the like the 7, 8, 9, 10 spots for varsity because there's a lot of people running.
How many can you field at an event like the one you just had at Venice to be on the varsity team? Is it five, or how's that work?
So usually 7 at least. That's the,
Mm.
the full team running, and that's what runs at states and regionals 7, and you have number 8 as alternate. But in the regular season, usually meets go all the way to 10. So it depends on the meet. They all
And
make a
of
decision.
those seven or so, you what count your top five? Is that what I remember hearing last year? Something like that.
Yes, yes.
Gotcha.
The number 6 can untie things if necessary.
So you really need six amazing scores. That's wow.
Yes.
Coach, and we're a little ahead of schedule here. Usually, I don't get you guys till near the big event, and we'll hint at that here in a minute. But yes, September 20th or 19th and 20th, the big historic event. You're gonna have a heck of a showing. You got some fame on you now, ladies. How are you handling that? Knowing that you just went in and took Venice's prize from them, not just first place, but the entire field there. Well, here's some of the students here. I can't see them.
Yeah, it was pretty great.
Mhm.
So for the and this is any of the three ladies. Did you run last year at Venice, or is this your first time there?
I've never been to Venice.
Yeah,
Oh,
this was all our first time.
okay. So a new event for you all, and you went in and just took the whole thing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Now we know there's some history between these two schools and other sports. Now cross country is always more gentlemanly and ladylike. They're not as negative and mean. But an old guy like me, I still believe in rivalries. And man, I tell you, when I saw that, I'm like, oh, that's fantastic. Did you feel any bit of extra pride that you took Venice's trophy from them? Did that feel pretty cool?
Yeah, it was pretty cool just because it was at their home meet.
Mhm.
Were they upset? You can be honest.
A little bit.
We won't let anybody know we did that. We won't ask. We try to keep it positive here, coach. But it's okay every now and then to get a win here. You can actually celebrate it. Not I wouldn't say gloat, but celebrate it because like I said, we have a history with Venice. I don't want to get out of control here, but coach, that had to have been a program-defining moment for you. And how long you been coaching this program now, the ladies cross country?
This is my 4 year now. I'm entering my
So
4 years.
in your 4 years, yes, you've had individual success, but team-wise, this has to be one of the top five that you've ever experienced with as a coach here, correct?
So there have been 2 moments. I mean, there are little moments so far, but there have been two. Last year, when this team made it to states, that was very important because it was coming back after 12 years. But this Saturday, it was coming back to victory after 5 years. It has been 5 years since the girls won anything, and they came back and finally. And I felt like honoring. I don't know if you can see from there, but my hair is all blue and it's permanent. I did it because I wanted to honor them.
Oh, you've got a new tradition. It stays blue until the end of
Yes,
the
sir.
season. Is it like
Yes, sir.
Smurf blue, navy blue? What blue are we talking about? I can't
It's
see it.
electric, right? It's
Oh,
electric.
electric blue, man. You're
Yeah.
not messing around.
Yeah.
I think we need to get Chief Kite to adopt that policy here. Get his RC cats in electric blue. That's too funny. So, ladies, let's talk about yourself. Let's start with the junior. I apologize. If you'd introduce yourself, what grade you're in, how long you've been running for, what got you to run cross country, and what do you like so far about the Northport High School program this year?
So I'm Megan Taylor. I'm a junior. And I started running with the cross country team the summer before my freshman year, but I had a hip injury and I had to sit the season out. So I really didn't start running cross country until last year, my sophomore year. But it's just been such an incredible experience. I've known Malia since middle school, and I've been running with her since middle school. So it's definitely really sad this is her senior year, but I'm so glad that I got to follow her throughout high school. And I feel like even though she's leaving next year, our team that we've built is going to be incredibly successful this year and in the coming years because we've just built our team so much and we all have great relationships and we all work incredibly hard.
Did you know your teammates? Did you all run either Heron Creek or Woodland Middle together? Do they have a program there or not?
I know that I ran track with Malia, but aside from that, I haven't ran with anyone before.
Ah, okay. So let's go next to the sophomore. When they're a sophomore in the group,
Yes.
go ahead and introduce yourself. The same question. Who are you? What grade you in? How long you been running for? How long? What do you like about the program so far? What you're seeing this year? And you can be honest compared to say last year, the year before, since you were a sophomore. What do you see different so far?
Well, I'm Lexi Waldner. I've been running for a while, ever since I was a kid, but I started doing cross country in 6th grade.
Oh, good, excellent. What are you seeing so far with this team? Can you tell the difference yet? I know it's only been a few weeks.
This team is definitely very strong. We're definitely a force right now.
Excellent.
And I'm excited for the whole season. I'm really excited for it.
Yeah. And I apologize. There's a freshman on the team. Is she there now? Is she on the camera?
I think we lost her.
Oh, okay.
Hopefully she is able to come back.
Just tell her to come back on again. So, ladies, where are you going this weekend? I didn't want to bring that up. Where are you going this weekend?
Ocala.
Park, Ocala.
Ocala National Forest area, that kind of thing. Is it a state thing or school specific?
Here is an invitational. It's the Ocala Horse Park, the Florida Horse Park. So it's a race that 50 different schools get invited to.
You say 15 or 50?
50-50. It's gonna be a lot of
50.
competition.
Oh, you get invited to it. So how do you get invited to that? What do you have to qualify or?
You have to apply and qualify, of course, to that.
Oh, so this is kind of a sneak peek of the higher level teams you're going to see later on in the year. Is that right, ladies? Something like that?
Yeah.
So everybody's gonna be as good as you, that kind of mentality. So I think it's a great thing to see early in the year like this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely competitive.
How big was the Venice meet? How many teams showed up for that one? Roughly
18. We got 18.
Oh, so you're gonna have so 2.5 times roughly. You're gonna have quite a bit. Oh, yeah, that's exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they actually have hills up in Ocala. I don't know if you've been in that area.
There are a couple of hills on the course. Yes, definitely.
That's where the horses are raised, and there's hills up and down that area. So living that not too far. So ladies, you're in the program now. Tell everybody, when did you actually start getting together as a team? People don't realize this. They think you started out. You actually were running when? When did you? What terrible thing did you have to do this summer? Run in that heat, that god awful heat.
Mm-hmm.
When did you start getting it together? When did y'all start your preseason and all that, your conditioning and training?
The week after school ends.
Oh.
Yeah.
And there's heat advisories all throughout June and July. So you had to get up and do that. And I know this because I say this every year just so there's historical context. And I know they're embarrassed to say this, but I actually run every now and then. I actually do 5Ks, 10Ks, halves. Now I ain't running. I bet Coach remembers my metaphor. I look like a penguin with hemorrhoids crawling up a hill. That's what I look like. That's how slow I am. So I'm the guy in the very last of the last of the last when you do those neighborhood 5Ks and all that. That's me. But I do it and I love it. I didn't run distance at your age group. I did team sports. But as I got older, obviously the team sports started to fall apart. So I wanted to keep conditioning. So I picked up long distance running. Wish I had did distance running when I was younger. I just didn't have the mental ability. And that's what I'll talk about next. The mental aspect of cross country. People think you just go out and run fast for 3 miles, 3.1 miles. Talk about the mental part of it, because it really is more than just go out as fast as you can. Because if you go out as fast as you can, you're not going to finish first place. What's the mental part of the game that really takes a while for a lot of kids to pick up?
I feel like you just have to be so incredibly mentally strong in order to do it. And that's something that not a lot of people realize because yes, you can have talent, but ultimately it just comes down to if you're willing to put in the work and if you have like the mental strength in order to endure that type of pain for so long. I feel like the strongest runners are the people that can tell themselves that like I can keep going even when they feel like they need to stop. So I feel like a
Yeah.
lot of people don't realize how important it is, but it's a
Yeah.
huge aspect.
And tell the viewer out there, you're not allowed to use electronic devices for your pacing, are you? Like the Garmin's and all that, Fitbits.
Now you are. Now you are
Oh, now
allowed.
you are. Oh, okay, so
Mhm.
you can it can tell what your pace is, and you can get direct feedback now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, do you ladies do that or not?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I think hey, I'm okay with it. I mean, the old days you had to pace it in your head and all that kind of craziness. I don't know how people did that. So has that
Well,
changed
you're
the
not
sport
allowed
for
to have
you?
noise stuff like music or stuff like that, but the pacing, yes.
But they can check and see if they're on their splits and all that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, well, good. No wonder you guys are looking so good out there. Because the old days, you just fall a few feet behind the person in front of you, and at the end, you break away. What happens if you break out too fast? Because I'm gonna tell you something, ladies. I do the cart for the big meet. It happens every year. I watch people come out way too fast, and they never finish, except for every now and then one person will finish the whole thing like first, but someone always catches them from like the 8th, 10th, or 20th spot because they pace themselves better. What happens if you go out too fast? Can you tell? Can you say, "Hey, wait, I'm going out too fast"?
Yeah.
Yeah.
After the first mile, you can usually tell.
Oh, it takes you a mile. Oh, you know what? It takes me about 15 seconds to know I went too fast. It'll take a mile. I'm like, oh, I wish I could run fast for a mile. I can tell within 10 seconds. Like, oh Lord, I'm going too fast. So let's say you're watching. Let's say you got kids, fifth, sixth grade brothers and sisters watching this. What would you say for them the biggest advantage of being in cross country is for you personally so far in your young high school careers?
I feel like it's the environment. The people that do cross country are just, they're so kind. And I feel like it's just got the most incredible sportsmanship in it. And no matter what, we all understand that what we're doing is not easy. So I think that it's kind of
Good point.
almost trauma bonding between everyone. So I feel like just the environment and the people that do it, that's what keeps me coming back to cross country.
Hey, that's a great answer. I told everybody the reason why I like to volunteer with Coach DeKay and Coach Fu is it's such a positive day when I come out on the 20th for the golf cart duty. I never hear any cussing. There's
Hmm.
only been one incident in my entire life where I've had a coach cuss at me. And it was a middle school run the day before. I was like, it's completely unrelated. It was really weird. Like everybody's so polite. And if you're watching fans, you really owe it to yourself to come out on the 19th, 20th, especially the 20th. You're going to see thousands of kids, thousands of coaches. No one's fighting. No one's yelling. They're all supporting each other. Even if you thought you're going to be first place and then you come in third, you're still rooting for the guys in front of you. Because like you said, it's not an easy sport, both physically and mentally. And like I like what you said about you supporting each other because you respect how hard this sport is at the top level that you guys are at. Did you see that at Venice? Like even though you beat Venice, you're still polite and kind and supportive.
Yeah, I believe that we all have great relationships with one another, and a lot
Yeah.
of us know each other and are friends. So I feel like the sportsmanship is really there.
Yeah, so fans don't come out here and start heckling. All right, it's not a football game. We're not going to be booing or cussing up a storm. It's a positive day, and it's like I just love it. I wish more people came out that weren't runners to say, "Hey, I want my kid to give this a shot." When would you, ladies, when your own personal lives? When you said you just started, when you said you'd been in sixth grade. When I'm running, I see little kids out there. Would you recommend like a sweet spot of when they should begin if they're thinking of going to the high school level?
I think running young is definitely like, I'd say middle school
Middle school.
a good time to start just because then you already have the experience for high school.
Yeah.
Uh,
I can't tell you how many times these little kids run past me. I'm like, oh, so annoying watching a third grader run 3 miles and they run past me. I just want to trip them in my head. I'll never do it in real life, but it's like, oh, these little kids, how are they beating me? It's like, of course I know how they beat me, but when I was a third grader, I couldn't run more than a quarter of a mile without passing out. I had to take a break. So good for you guys on that. What else would you say to people who are watching besides the camaraderie? Is there how about benefits in the classroom, benefits in your obviously your health, you're eating healthy? Is there any like general nutrition things you guys have to worry about at all? Like say the wrestling has to with weight classes, anything like that you have to go through as a cross country athlete?
Yeah, I do believe that cross country athletes have to be like incredibly focused on their diet and their sleep and their hydration because all of those play an important role in your performance, like in practice and on race day. So, and I think that also keeps us more focused in school and in the classroom because, like, I feel like cross country athletes are definitely responsible with that kind of stuff because we have to be in order to do well.
You know, not too long ago, I don't know if Coach DeKay's bragged yet, but I want to say, wow, within a year or 2 or 3, the lady cross country team took first place in the much coveted academic standings in the state of Florida. Coach, remember that year? What that year that was?
That was 2 years ago,
2 years
I was about
ago.
to mention that again. Yep.
Number one. So current cross country. I never even have to ask. I'm sure your grades are doing great. I'm sure some of you are in the various programs we have on campus, the VPA, the ACE. I'm sure a lot of you are part of that world. Is that still the case?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure this year competition is gonna be again like tied for that state title for
The
academics. And
academic. That's
uh,
awesome.
back then was 3.91, and I think this year we're gonna be very close to that. And the thing is, we don't when the girls come in and boys as well, we don't care where they come from. We care is when they leave us who they are, and they can come from any walks of life, but they leave us being excellent human beings, and that's the main purpose for us in cross country. And that I
And coach,
learned from
it's
Coach
got to
Troy.
be a luxury knowing that your kids aren't on the 2.0 cut line. Your kids are their cut is at the college level. Like what college did I not make in? You have to worry about the 2.0 kids and all that. That must be a nice thing to have. Coach, what
I
kind of
checked.
schedule do you all have? What's your average season like? I know you had Venice last week. How many more do you have before September
We
20th? And then that,
we
like,
usually go through about 8 to 10 meets
okay,
in a season, and then the postseason, it can be anywhere between 3 to 4, depending on how far we go. But we can consider Tri-County the start of the postseason pretty much, but the real
right.
time is when
And I
districts
believe you're
hit.
going to be hosting several of those rounds here. I think
Yes,
I saw district. What else did you have here?
we have the North Point Bike, and that's gonna be here before we know it. And then we have a few more meets. Then after pre-states in Tallahassee, we're gonna host 4 in a row. We'll have tri-counties, we'll have the night at Northport, we have districts, and we have regionals.
Wow.
Everything at home.
How'd you pull that off? That's a lot of volunteers we need.
I know, and that's gonna be the tough part, but
Yeah.
we always come together and all that. Now, our course, is super fast and people love it. So, and of course, we love to be home.
And fans, if you, like I said, I've been talking about it. If you want to see what the course is, Northport High School, for those of you who are new, it's so big they have their course actually on the campus. They don't have to leave and go down Price at all. They stay put. There's a big pond in the back. They get a snake through the Price area. It's really a pretty course. July 4th, of course, you get a chance as a regular citizen to come out and run that course. Now, granted, it's a different kind of heat, July 4th, but it's a fun fundraiser for the cross country team, and you can see how neat it is. You get to run past the baseball fields. You get to run in the warning track of the new baseball field thing. That's really pretty out there. So you got 8 or 9. You got 4 in a row. Volunteers, guys. I'm gonna tell you something. Northport Runners does a great job. They help us out. The Morgans are always here helping us out year after year. But we always need more volunteers. Parents, if you're watching, if you got any kind of concessions you want to help out with, I'm sure Coach will be willing to talk to you about that too. And it's just a neat sport, ladies. So you got your academics, you got your nutrition. You guys got any clubs? Do you have time for that, or are you too busy running and studying?
Yeah, I'm in some clubs. I do TSA and SGA. Those are my main two.
Excellent. TSA, that's the engineering one, I believe.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mhm.
Excellent. That Mr. Jacoby, is that his world?
Yeah.
Excellent. I couldn't catch the other one. I didn't hear you said the second one.
Oh, student government.
Oh, and fantastic. When you move on from Northport High School, let's assume it's collegiate or military, whatever. That's the great thing about cross country. You just get up and run.
Mm-hmm.
This sport will go with you the rest of your life. Maybe not as organized as it is in high school, but what a great thing to jump in. Like I said, I wish I had started earlier in my career at the distance running, but I'm glad I'm in it now. All the studies. You didn't talk about the studies, how they show the distance runners have better mental health. They have better lower depression rates. All that good stuff. It's a great sport to get in for your life fitness. So before I say goodbye to you guys today, you got 8 or so matches. What's the big one you're looking for between now and September 20th or afterwards? Besides our event, is there another one you want to circle on your calendar? That's the one you really want to excel in. Besides,
We only have Ocala this weekend, and then we have a
yeah.
bye, and then we come to Northport.
Okay. How about afterwards? Is there a big one between ours and the playoffs or the
Yes,
next one?
pre-states. That's the big one.
Pre-states. Okay. What's that one about? What do you do there?
So that's the same course that States is run at in Tallahassee,
Ah,
FSU.
so you
That's
get
the
to almost like a
preview,
practice then. Okay.
and anyone who is anybody is gonna be there.
Ooh. Is that invite only or not?
No, this is you apply for it, and then depending on how you're doing as a team or as a runner, you get placed either in the elite races or the other races.
Gotcha. Excellent. So, but what a great experience to go up to Tallahassee. Not a short day trip, that's for sure. I'm assuming that's a hotel night for you guys.
Yes, it is. Yes, it
Yeah.
is.
Well, that's pretty country up there. That's about 5 hours. I'm guessing somewhere around that area.
About 5 hours, and I'll tell you
Yeah.
what, we they've been there before. I know Lexi, of course, and Megan and Malia ran at States last year and pre-States, and they love the course because it's a beautiful course.
And that time of the year, the weather's got to get better for them to run.
Yes, yes.
Does hey,
Now
coach
what?
or ladies, does running in the heat get you better for the end of the year, like other sports? They say they do.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, you feel more conditioned for the end of the year when the
Yeah.
weather
Yeah.
gets nicer. That's awesome.
And Sean, these are multi-sport athletes. Don't forget about that. Megan is a
Well, let's
track
talk
runner as
about it. Yeah,
well.
go ahead. Yeah, let's go. I guess I can't see the young ladies. I apologize. What other sport? I know a lot of soccer and track and field overlap. Is that still the case this year?
Mhm.
It's gonna
Yeah.
be 2 or 3 weeks overlap between soccer and cross country. These two are not soccer players, but in the case of Lexi, I'll let her do it herself. So Lexi, what else do you do?
I do BMX, so it's like bike racing.
I
And then
love it. That's awesome. Where's your nearest course here? They used to have one in Sarasota a long time ago.
yeah, there's one in Sarasota and there's one in Punta Gorda.
Oh, okay. So you're pretty high level then, I'm guessing, at that age group, because I did as a kid, and I was just a kid. I was never serious about it.
Yeah, it gets pretty serious.
Oh, of course it does. You got all the special gear and the
Yeah.
nice equipment there. That's pretty cool. Does your season overlap with this one?
Yeah, our state
Ah.
season is like 2 months into the cross country season. So
Oh no. Do you do those things where you run real fast here and then get in your mom's car and get over to the
yeah.
rallies? Yeah. That's pretty cool. Well, you're my first guest ever to be a BMX athlete. I will use the word athlete because you got to be in heck of good shape. If I try it now, I'll break every bone in my body. So, mad respect to you on that one.
Thank
We
you.
I
got two of those this year,
two
Sean. We got two
BMXers.
BMXers. Yeah, her sister
Stop
is on the
it.
team too. Yeah.
That's pretty cool. My last broken bone was because of a stupid thing I did on a bike in my 20s. So I'll leave it at that. So yeah, you got my respect on that. That's pretty cool. Well, ladies, I want to thank you so much. I am so excited for you. I can't wait to see how you do this season. And of course, I want to meet all of you on the 20th. I won't be able to get there to the 19th, but I will be able to get here on the 20th of September to really have a good time. If you've heard the cowbell, that's me in the golf cart. So if you don't know who I am, just listen for the cowbell. That's who I'll be. So thank you so much. Before I go, the ladies, got anything you want to say to your friends and family, coaches out there watching?
You should definitely come out to the Northport invite because it's gonna be
Join
so.
the country.
I missed that part. We good?
Yeah, we're good.
All right. Well, thank you, Coach. I only have a few more seconds here if I could with Coach Decay, if you don't mind. Thank you, ladies, so much. I appreciate this.
Thank
So,
you.
Thank
Coach Decay, my goodness, again, let's wrap this up here on your season. You've got a heck of a good team. You already went to states last year. How did they do last year? I forgot what they placed last year. Were they in the top 25?
I think we were in the top 25.
Okay,
I don't know. I don't remember the top of my head right now.
that's okay.
But
Yeah,
the thing was there to make it there after 12 years of being absent.
of course. Last year I think our ladies teams overall did better than the guys in getting the states. We had a weightlifter. We
Mhm.
had a lady wrestler, and then you guys, of course. So yeah, you lady teams are leading the way. I know we had a couple guys here and there making the states, but pretty much it was a dominated. Our state representation was definitely done by the ladies. So yeah, so they had the experience from last year. They know what to expect, except for the freshmen. So now they'll go into this year with even better results. Man, I'm so happy for you, Hans. This is fantastic.
No, I'm very excited. It's already like a lot of fun. These ladies also went to the cross country summer camp in Tennessee. Lexi was there, Megan was there, along with Malia, and it was really good to be there. A lot of learning, a lot of team bonding, and of course working really hard. But I think it's fair enough. Um, all these athletes, the top ones, they came here to through the summer running, and I know that was painful, but we
Oh,
went through it together, and now it's showing.
I,
It's really
I even
showing.
I had to do summer running. I'm like, I got to do it. I got to do it. So it's tough.
It is
But
definitely. I don't mind
pays
enough.
off. What they say, winter miles and summer miles and all that. I never complain when it's ever cold out. I'm like, please be colder, please be colder. But well, Coach, I can't wait to see your successes these next couple of weeks here. And of course, I'll meet you guys again on the 20th. Try to get a shout out, to all your victories. Please keep us posted on it. And for a sport like cross country, which doesn't get a lot of recognition, Northport has always had a solid program since I've been here. I came here in 2008. Living in Northport, and it's always, might not be the best program, but it's always competitive. It's always in that area where they're a solid. Of course, you run the best meet in the whole state. So I'd like to get the word out as much as I can how great this program is year
We
after
owe
year.
that to Coach Fu. He's
Yeah,
the
and we're going
one
to get
who
him on
gave
next
that.
week. We're going to repeat a lot of these questions next week, so I won't say too
Yes.
much. But hey, Hans, thank you so much. I will see you again later on the season. If not, I'll see you soccer season. All right.
Thank you, Sean, for having
Good job,
us. See you
Coach.
then.
All right.
Bye,
Okay.
ladies.
Well, that's Coach Duque. That is our preview of our wonderful off the blocks girls cross country team doing great. I've got my next guest here. Let's get him mic'd up here. Come on in. Come on in, Chief. We'll put you right here next to me. You can clip that however you want. Try to angle it in. There's your top side there. There you go. Stand right there and take a look at it and see what we got. Oh, it's perfect. We're lucky, Chief. We don't have them playing just yet. They're doing positions, and that's all today. It looks like a drive. Chief, how you doing?
Doing great, sir.
Big friend, big fan, big friend of the family as well. We've had you on a couple times throughout the years.
Yes.
We try to do a fall, midway, and end. So this is our first. We didn't see you earlier, did we? I'm already getting my memories all mixed up. No, this is your first time.
First time.
Okay, we got a lot to catch up on here. So fans, obviously, the cadets are not varsity athletes per se, but we like to highlight the support groups that help our varsity program do so well. We had a little bit of FGA on last week. We're going to have the band hopefully the week after this. So obviously, when I think Northport High School athletics, no bigger support group than the cadets. Mostly with the track and field, of course, but football. You guys got parking lot duty last game.
Yes.
Yeah, unfortunately, the touchdown can didn't get to go off last game.
Not at all.
But you were there for color guard. That's always my favorite. Personally, again, we've had this conversation, but for people who are new, Northport, Port Charlotte, Punta Gorda is a huge retirement area for veterans. And I come from a huge veteran family myself. I did not, but I was actually born in the Navy base, but so always a special spot to me when the color guard comes out on the field and does a great job. I gotta be honest, the away games I've seen, I think our color guard is better. I'm not trying to be a homer here, but I think I'm not the trained eyeball. I mean, I know they all look the same to some people. I can tell. Some units have a little bit more, what they're doing. So, talk to me real quick the color guard before we get to the other stuff here. Who was on there? What's going on with them? Do you remember the names?
So yes, the color guard. So many, but last week, off the top of my head, I know it was
Zavala,
Cortez,
Jedediah
Gooch, and Eric Phipps.
See, I know the names. That's pretty cool. So I think Zavala is your unit commander.
Yeah, she's our unit CO.
Unit CO. So is that usually what they did? The unit one usually does the American flag on the color guard?
It happens to kind of, since I've been here, kind of been that way, because it started out with kind of Cadet Wager, then Cadet Miller, now Cadet Zavala.
Gotcha.
They're the most pristine, and I know that's one thing, like what you just said. Commander Barnes is very, very, very picky on who presents the colors.
Good.
Because we want to show our best. We want, perform our best. We want, just everybody to know we're giving our best to the athletic program, to the community when they see something like that. We're just not just throwing 4 cadets out there and say, let's do this.
Chief, I just thought about this. Why don't we have more retired veterans coming to the games? What can we do to help make that happen? Because I'm telling you, we have my patients in town. We have a lot of VA patients, a lot of civilian, doctors, but they're still retired military here. We got to get the word out. We should have an entire block of them coming out. So my sister works at the VA house. She does a therapy unit there, and we for a basketball game last year at Imagine, we were able to get a whole bunch of them over to that game. It's a really special moment because the head coach of Imagine had a direct relative, I don't know if it's his father, was actually in World War II.
Awesome.
So they had the whole cadets come out and see these guys. They had shirts and all. So we got to step it up on this stadium here. I've been saying for years, we got to have more cadet, military. I think it'd be great for cadets to meet a lot of these retired guys.
That's how history gets passed on.
Traditions, all that
traditions,
culture.
and hearing the stories of
of course,
what life was like then and how it is now.
Before they had the radios and the electronic gears and the synthetic fibers, all cotton and beat up boots and all that. So let's keep going. You had the parking lot. Are you going to be doing parking lot for us the rest of the year, or that's just one time?
I know Coach Kimball. Now we actually did it for the preseason game.
Okay.
We got it for Charlotte. They came and asked us for it, and so we can do it there. It looks like we'll be able to do it, but I know further on there might be a home game that we won't be able to because we have a big activity the next day. So we don't need anybody to be tired when we're out for that. And once again, it's the preparation before the event. Yeah. And so that's I think the only one we'll miss this year. You had a great logistics on your cadets. You could tell they're cadets. Yes. They had them all lined up. I had to sneak through a barrier to get closer. I'm like, I'm part of the team. They didn't believe me. They did a great job. And the touchdown cannon, of course, we're hoping this Friday night against Sarasota, we're going to hear that thing go off. Yes. Can we get it for the kickoff? Do we ever get permission for that or not? Oh, that's what we were. We don't know. We don't know. I'll make sure I ask Coach Gill and Miss Fusco and see if we can do it one time. On the kickoff. So no, they're going to score. I can feel they're going to have some more points on this. So let's talk about your off season. You had some athletic events. I think I last saw you for the orienteering program. Yes. Before they said that they had the goodbye episode in terms of athletics. So what did you have between that and now in terms of the summertime? I believe there's a sailing squadron or something like that. We sent 5 cadets to what we call Leadership Academy. It's just like a leadership program. In civilian terms, it's like a week-long intense boot camp where they have officers and Marine enlisted, Marine and Navy listed. We basically get them through a leadership course, test them and, almost kind of give them the most discipline and structure, but stress them as much as we can to see what their full potential is. A lot of them love it. Majority they definitely love doing it. I was my first year doing it with Commander Barnes. I actually got to be a drill instructor, so it was pretty awesome to see that aspect of it. But then we sent 3 cadets to Eckerd College for a sail academy that they did there. So they get in a sailboat. They teach them all the terminology, put them in a sailboat, and they get learning. And then at the end of the week, they get to sail in a regatta, which is of 10 races. I'm not bragging, but I'm going to brag. Yeah, do it. I saw it. We had a number 1 crew member. Her team won the first week. It was Cadet Mitchell. She teamed up with a young lady from Admiral Farragut. And then on the second week, our Cadet Mills tagged up with a Cadet Oates from Charlotte High School, and they won 3rd place. Awesome. I think they would have won, but they only got 6 out of the 10 in. But they were in the top 3 almost every race except for one race. So we at least have a few kids on campus who can do a bow line and a sheep's head, and they know the terminology. They know starboard from port and aft from stern. That's good because those are dying things. Yes. Unless you're in the scouts and all that, you just don't know. I take it for granted because I lived in Sarasota my whole life, so we had a little bit more nautical terminology. I've forgotten a lot of it, but it's good to see the kids are still learning it. You have orienteering coming up? Is that starting? Yes, orienteering actually has started. How it's broken here in Florida, a lot of it's North Florida. They're up in the Panhandle, like Pensacola, Tallahassee. They're running up there. For us, it's like almost similar to cross country, but our numbers are vast. And a lot of it is coming down to like funding, so we have to pick and choose kind of what we do. But a lot of our races will start kind of around October. We'll have maybe one or two. I think October, November. I have to look at schedule, but then I know probably about around then, about November, it's gonna pick up for us until it bleeds into spring. I reached out to the gentleman who ran your one you had here, and he had given me the schedule and all that. So I'm like, I'm gonna try my best to get here. I won't be able to compete in it this time. I just realized I might be doing a long run the next day, so I'm like, I better. That's really long. I'm telling my wife, a really long run. So I might be doing that, but I will definitely come out and get. If it's a Saturday again, I should be able to get camera footage of it. But no, so orienteering. Let people again. Got a lot of new people here. What the heck are we talking about here? Orienteering is just like what I call it. It's just like running cross country, but like a scavenger hunt. They have points, checkpoints they have to find. So they get a map and they have to run from point to point. And some of it can be they have to do it in numerical order, or a lot of it is what they call scoros, where they have a certain amount of time. They have to go run and get as many checkpoints as they can find and stuff like that. So there's 2 different types. A lot of kids like to do Scoro because it's just running around like chaos mayhem. But also a lot of them like it because the normal orienteering, because it's point to point to point, and so they can kind of
and these points you can't see. You have to use a compass to get to.
Use a compass.
Like I can't look down and see that. Actually, there's stuff in the way.
Mr. Hunter, they Suncoast orienteering and Florida orienteering, they do very, very well hiding these checkpoints. I mean, a lot of teams we're like, hey, look for white and orange, but it's hard when it's kind of hidden behind a tree or down in a hole. So
I was joking with your students cadets last year. I said, do you have to use a machete to get through the woods? And they said they're not allowed to use machetes.
No, they'll just they dress everything all the way from. I mean, everything's covered up, long pants, long sleeves.
They just crash through the palmetto.
They just crash through it.
And no one stepped on a rattlesnake yet.
No rattlesnake shit.
We got so much. No kidding. I had a classroom on the other side of the woods. There were 2 times when they had rattlesnakes go near. They made me go out and get rid of them. One was a little pygmy, and one was actual Eastern Diamondback. I had to put a garbage can on top of it until the Animal Control Academy got it. So there's a whole bunch of rattlesnakes out there. No, okay. So in between all this, you have something coming up in October over at Heron Creek.
Yes.
Why don't you go ahead and tell us about that?
So Heron Creek Golf Course is partnering with, and they have for the last so many years. They host to help us raise funds because like a lot of this comes. We have to raise the funds to compete.
Yeah.
We're not supported by United States Navy. They don't give us any money, even though we're Navy based, or we don't get any money funded in through an athletic program. Like sometimes it happens. So we have to raise our own money. But Heron Creek Golf Course has shut their golf course down, and they host what they call Futures Defenders of Our Freedom golf tournament.
Excellent.
And the proceeds go to ROTC to help us with these competitions. And like I said, we're traveling all over the state of Florida this year with our academic brain brawl. We're actually hoping to make it qualify for nationals, which will be held at Annapolis Naval Academy.
Oh, wow, the Navy Academy.
Wow. Miss Fusco kind of came in my ear and told me, "Hey, Chief, you got to make it. I want to go out there to the Naval Academy because her husband, graduated from the Naval Academy. So she said she'd like to go visit, get a little break from Florida for a bit, but." Besides that, the golf tournament, like I said, supports that. And, we're looking for corporate sponsors. Those are the big part of sponsorships. We're also looking for hole sponsors, which are $50 a hole. We're also looking for golf players. If anybody wants to play golf, please contact Heron Creek Golf Course. Go down there, sign up your team. It's $125 a player. And like I said, all that proceeds help us.
And that's going to come with, I'm guessing, a meal.
Yes, it comes with a meal. They do a really good that, and then we have a good. Normally, when they win, we have these nice, awesome, cool, like cased, like flags, and they'll have a certificate with medallions, medals, and stuff like that. Coins and stuff.
So remember, you got some memorabilia in there.
Yes.
Wow, some historical ones.
Yes.
Also, history fans, come on now. Let's go back to the golf tournament. What time of the year is it?
It's going to be. It's October 11th.
Also, it's coming up pretty soon.
Yes, sir.
About a month away. We'll definitely post that again. I put the sponsor one. I'll put the actual flyer on there. October. So, Coach, how many teams can sign up for it?
We need. They say as many golfers. I know.
Okay.
I talked to Mr. Bart and Brandon over there. I don't think they'll turn anybody away.
Okay.
So the more the merrier.
Excellent. So, having said all this, there's something big, and I want to bring this up real quick. I got the little shade. When you throw shade, is that what the one they still use that term? Throw shade on somebody? All right, guys. 2 years ago, I forgot what year it is. I returned back to Remember the Fallen 5K coming up that we're going to have here in just a few days. And when I went out there, it was embarrassing for me because City of Northport employees knew who I was. I go to the finish line. It's a run and a walk. You can do either one or both. And on both sides of the finish line were 2 lines of green Venice shirt young people passing out water bottles and finisher medals. And I looked at them both. I said, don't even touch me with that. I ain't taking that from you. I know I'm supposed to be nice. I'm like, I'm fine. They were Lemon Bay athletes in their athletic football jerseys, both running and volunteering. There were other schools as well. I don't want to name it all. And people like, Sean, where's Newport High School? They weren't there. So I think a lot of it they didn't know about. So last year, I think it was, you guys came out. Yes. Ski Kelp came out. But coaches, if you're listening to me, I put this out a few weeks ago. it's really embarrassing to see other sports come in with their jerseys on, advertising where they're from. So I think we had a few football players come in last year, but not near as much. So if you're watching, guys, throw your JV kids over here. They can help walk around. They can volunteer just to get a Northport face to it. Your color guard did a great job last year. I'm not sure if that's going to happen again this year or not, but y'all did a great job last year on that Key Club, Miss Pomerleau. I want to thank you for sending a lot of your volunteers out for that one. Guys, it's a wonderful event. It's poignant, but then it's a celebration afterwards. The first part, of course, while we're there, is the fire station. They have an honor guard, a color guard. They come out on their own. They remember the events of 9/11. Again, a lot of these young kids don't know what that is, but our age group, of course, we know exactly the day and where we were. We all have stories on that. I've actually had patients in this community. I won't say who and how many, but they were actually in that event, that terrible day, and they actually were first responders with health issues. So it's a pretty powerful moment for our age group. So coaches, please, if you're watching, send those kids out, put on their Northport jersey or a T-shirt. Let the town know that we're here for them, not just Lemon Bay or Venice or wherever all the schools are coming from. So I don't want to put you on the spot. I wasn't sure if you were able to make it or not. What did you think about the event last year? Did you run it, or I knew you volunteered?
It's special to me because when I was in the Navy, my last command ship that I was on was the USS Somerset from 9/11. That was contributed honor to 9/11, and I was one of the first 50 crew members that got selected for that ship to be on that to represent the state of Florida, because that first 50 to 50 states. So it really means a lot to me. So September 11th, because that is actually the reason why I joined the Navy. I actually gave my corporate job and walked straight into it and joined.
Really?
So that's how I joined the United States Navy.
Wow. That's a powerful moment there, Chief.
So yeah, so it means a lot to me. And so definitely, I know the information got sent out. We're trying to get a hold, but we're going to show up no matter what.
Yeah,
so.
There you go. And you don't have to run it. You just want to come by and say hi to people. If you want to help, my business is finally having a table. I finally got it, and that's the one we're gonna make that our event. We finally gonna show. We'll have a Gatorade stand. You can come and get some Gatorade. But guys, it's really nice. It's a city green. It's gonna be Saturday. This Saturday, 7:30 is the actual starting time. But again, it's open to walkers. It's open to, if you have a dog on a leash, you can do it. If it's open to baby strollers, they just ask that you're in the back area. And they've got real runners. There's some fast kids. It's a shame our kids can't do it because they're always doing cross-country team. They always have to leave. They don't get to see it, but we'd love to have you out there. Chief, what else you got going on this year? You said you had an academic thing going on?
Yeah, we're actually going September 20th. We're crossing the pond, as we call it, going over to Boca Raton, and we start our first academic contest. And
wow.
And so that's what goes from there. Dunedin.
You've had some good results, I want to say, the academic teams the last couple of years.
We have some very good, strong teams. We had a team almost make it to nationals.
Yeah.
Not, hope he's not watching or going to watch it, but I don't buddy, but with the one individual that actually really got us there, it came down to these kids are answering questions before the questions even answered.
Oh, yeah.
And he thought, because he heard it, but they put a nice spin to it.
Oh, they try to catch him going too fast.
And they caught him. And but like I said, we're a very proud moment because, like I said, we beat some major powerhouses, and that's our bragging right.
So before I let you go, Chief, we want to brag because we're early in the year. We want to brag about your 2025 cadets who signed up. And then I know this year coming up, you're going to have some. You don't have to give their names. I don't want to embarrass them. But how are they doing, the ones that just graduated that are either in basic training or boot camp and all that? How
they all do. We're starting to get a lot of feedback emails. They'll call us and stuff. They're doing well. A lot of them, there's one he's just eager to get out there. I guess they got him on holds right now. But he's just ready to get out there, get out in the fleet, get out in the field. But they're all doing good. They're seeing.
How many roughly would you say are enlisted right now? Half a dozen?
From last year, they had a big number. So I want to say, I'm probably undershorting it, but I think there was 15 of them.
Oh, wow.
Because last year's class was predominantly enlisted.
Gotcha.
That they enlisted versus going, choosing the college route.
Do you have some doing the officers route?
Yes, a lot of. So we sent a lot out. A lot of them going to Norwich University. There's one of them that's over in Embry-Riddle right now.
Oh, wow.
They got picked up, and these are like full ride education
And
scholarships.
Embry-Riddle, that's a smart kid.
Yes.
That's a really smart kid. I know that school very well,
yes.
though. And this year, I'm sure you're going to have that discussion around Christmas time.
Discussion.
Already now.
Kind of like, because Commander Barnes preps them for life after high school.
Yeah.
They have to pack it. If they want to go to college or not, he still makes them. It's mandatory. Apply to 5 colleges.
Excellent.
Do interview processes, get in front of recruiters, get in front of, business, human resources to get those
Sure.
job interview skills clicking. So, you know, we always say our
And
cadets
that-
are ahead of the game than others.
And, you know, and that's a big misconception. You don't go to RC, they're not going to make you join the military. They just want to see you succeed as a citizen, be it civilian or military.
Yes.
You know, it doesn't matter if you go to the college route or the VOTEC route. Just stay out of trouble and be a good citizen, you know, vote, know what you're voting for, all that good stuff. So, well, Chief, thank you so much for coming on, man.
Thank you.
You know, again, we like to have you on. We like to tell everybody how great you're doing. Just like the cross-country team, not a lot of people know what you're doing for the school and the community as well. And I know volunteer hours are way up there every year for you guys, and that's important. So I can't wait to see the results. I will see you Friday. Are you in the parking lot again, or are you in the color?
I'll be in the parking lot, and then I go out to Cannon Crew. So
all right, well let's get that going. So Chief, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you again.
He's going to go back to his moonlight job of a soccer coach. I just found it. We'll talk more about that later on. So that's awesome. Yeah, that's Chief Cap. I want to thank y'all for joining us tonight on another episode of the Bobcat Blitz Sports Update. Again, volleyball tonight at Gateway Charter. Friday, of course, the big game here. It's our last home game for 3 weeks. That's right. After Friday night's game here versus Sarasota, they're going to go on the road 3 games in a row before they come back for one. So please, fans, you had a great attendance last Friday. Let's see you come out again this Friday. On behalf of everyone here involved in Bobcat Blitz Sports Update, I'm Sean Kirkpatrick. I'll see you next Tuesday. Take care.